Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing today? Well, I look a mess, don't I? It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, June 25th, and I've just basically been awake since about 9 o'clock this morning. I've been on the computer today. Um, I've learned a lot of things. There's so much going on in my mind that I want to share with folks. I just don't know how to share it sometimes. But I am going to say this. The longer that I continue to research things and look back at the things that I've researched years ago, all the rabbit holes I went down, all the things that's been shown to me in multiple ways, multiple experiences. I'm getting to the point where I don't even really believe in anything anymore. I think it's all bullshit. Like, I can remember a time when I was on the fence on a certain subject matter, and I would tell myself back then, why does it even matter? Why does it matter if the earth is round or a globe or flat? That's a subject that I can discuss about. I used to say it doesn't matter, but then, I got sucked into the rabbit hole years later and realized that I guess to a certain extent it does matter, because it's how we view things and what scientifically is important versus lies. Because if they've lied to us about one thing, they've lied to us about multiple things. And if they've lied to us about multiple things, then who's to say they haven't lied about everything? Every single thing. And that all these feel-good options are given to us now at this specific point in time. It's just another way to divert and program and control. So that's why I'm getting to the point where, you know what? Life is life. You make life what you make life. And only you can make yourself happy. I truly believe that. There's things out there that might help and aid you in being happy, but true happiness comes from within. I guess what I'm trying to say is, what is so wrong with just wanting to live day by day and do what you have to do? Not to say that you have this mundane type of mindset where you're like a zombie or sheeple and falling in line with what societal says to do or societal expectations. Me, I'm an awake person, but I also am on the very, very, very brink of calling myself an atheist. And telling myself that all this spiritual stuff doesn't even matter. Because everything that I've researched and have dived into for the last 16 years that has anything to do with spirituality, God, religion, any of that, has led me to this end result. That there is no end-all be-all. And that the purpose we have here on earth, nobody has one specific purpose. Why are we here? you know? I don't know. I just think that we have been inundated with so much information that how are we to know what's truth and what's not truth? Like I said yesterday, there's not really truth, just perspective. That's how I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see that life is just a perspective. And the experiences you have are just perspectives or given to you for perspective. And that truly we don't have to rely on others, you know. It's good to be able to, be a self-sufficient type of person. But at the same time, we are designed for other interaction with other humans, other beings like ourselves, you know. And sometimes it's just too much for me to think about. Sometimes it's just too much for me to handle. But I feel like I've been sucked into so many things in so many ways that maybe my system's just overwhelmed and overloaded and I don't know what to think or believe anymore because I'm afraid that if I think or believe this, then the next thing you know, that's going to be debunked, or the next thing you know, people are going to be coming out saying, no, this isn't the truth, this is the truth. There's so many versions of truth out there in people's own minds. I mean, my God, we have a population of people that actually think that Jesus is coming back to rapture them up out of this body, out of this world, you know? What do they think? That they're just going to be raptured up naked? Or that their fleshly body is just going to disintegrate into dust and their soul taken? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how people envision it. But all I know is it's not going to happen. Can I say overloaded, system overloaded, overwhelmingness? Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like I've been overloaded with so much information in a short period of time, and that time somehow, some way has sped up, even though I know it hasn't. But that's what it feels like. You know, I've just had looking at pictures of my grandchildren, you know. My oldest one's about to be 5. The next oldest is about to be 4. And then, of course, my baby boy Finn, he's going to be 2 in December. And it doesn't seem like it was that long ago whenever Lee, the oldest one, was just a little baby. Coming in this world, had a couple of complications in the start of her life, but she fought through them, and she's this beautiful, growing, thriving, happy, curious little girl. Her sister Cadence is the same way. She's beautiful, curious, happy, full of life. What's the word I'm looking for? Imagination. You know, very imaginative and expressive. And of course, my little man Finn, he's just growing bigger by the day, and his words are starting to come. He's saying baby now. He says baby. He can say mama, daddy. He says he's He can say Grammy a little bit, but he can't say completely. But I know it's from his heart. And the love those children show me, maybe that's why I'm getting emotional, because those 3 little babies have so much love in their hearts to give to others. And yet, the world that I'm living in now, in comparison to when I was their age, it's like night and day. It's like night and day. Do I have concern for the future? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do have concern for the future, not just for myself, not just for my family, not just for my children, but for everybody. So much I've learned in this life in such a short period of time. And so many things I still have left to do. But unless I do them, I'll never achieve them. There's so many cults out there. And when I say cults, I mean there's so many different groups trying to influence people's minds to think their way or the highway, you know? And I'm just not that way. I just want to love others, you know? I just want to be upright and genuine and honest and good and giving when I need to be. And then on the other hand, when I need to be, I can be firm. I can say no. And set my boundaries, you know? To me, it's all about balance. I'm a moon in Libra. Libra is a sign of balance, you know? I'm a Cancer, which I just had my birthday. I'm a water sign. Water signs tend to be more emotional. I was born on the cusp of air sign, and air is thoughts. So I'm emotional. My thoughts, I always have thoughts. That's the Gemini in me. The Gemini side of me, I should say. I am like a crab. I have a shell. I have a hard outside, but once you get into the interior of me, I'm very soft. Home is where the heart is, for a Cancer. I'm probably the happiest in my home instead of out there in the crazy world. So I tend to be isolated, you know, more so than I was when I was younger. But I think that's just come from all the life experiences and life lessons that I've had. Do I feel better getting some of this off my chest? Yes, I do. Because when it comes down to it, you have to do what is right for you. And nobody else can tell you what that is. Your life is a reflection of your perception. I hope I said that right. Because we're all going to have a different perception. We could all be looking at the same thing, but perceive it differently. does that make it wrong or right? Or just what is? We live in a realm of duality. And as long as we're in this realm of duality, everything's going to have a complete polar opposite. Physically, everything has a complete and polar opposite. And that's just the way it is, as long as we're in this fleshly realm. See, people, this is basically what I sit here and do. I sit here and contemplate. I sit here and have thoughts and emotions and try to understand the wherewithal of everything that's going on in this world, everything that's going on within myself, within my own self, within my own nearby family dynamics, my job, just in my own personal realm, you know. But I also am in tune to other people's personal realms as well. So then there's that. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and jump off this thing. I've been going about 16 minutes. I'll be back hopefully later. But this time on the computer. I'm going to have somebody look at it here in a little while and see if they can tell me what my problem is with my sound. Anyways, peace, love, hugs, and hugs, and until the next time, I'm out.